Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Today we are doing an unboxing of the Hi-Point C9 Yeet cannon. Let's get her open. I have opened this once already to get the ridiculously large sticker off the firearm, but you do get a Hi-Point Firearms Yeet Cannon G1 sticker, ghost ring sight, and the Allen key to install it. You get a trigger lock, or a trigger, what they call a dual lock. You get a tool for adjusting the rear sight for windage and elevation. Instruction manual, and I believe there's a manual underneath that for current products, upgrades, all sorts of stuff like that. So, get out the chamber flag, ensure that it is obviously clear. Now these are really heavy. So here's the Yeet Cannon G1. Hi-Point Firearms, I believe, started in 1988, and they are marketed by MKS Supply Incorporated. They're currently manufactured by B. Miller Incorporated, located in Mansfield, Ohio, and that is in conjunction with Strasso Machine Dealer and Distributor Sales. So, the Hi-Point C9 came out in 1993. Like I said, this is obviously the Yeet Cannon edition. Kind of interesting how that name came to be. They had a vote of what they wanted their next model of the C9 that actually looks a lot cooler than this, with front and rear serrations and a few more cuts to the slide. And everyone said Yeet Cannon. They said, no, we're not naming our pistol Yeet Cannon. And apparently the internet caught fire. So they decided to let it go, and here's the first G1 series. They say it's going to be a limited run. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Anyhow, so here's one of them. The barrel is 3.5 inches long. The overall length of this pistol is 6.8 inches long. The height is 4.9 inches long. The width is 1.4 inches in width, at its widest point being here on the slide where the serrations are. The weight, 29.8 ounces, so almost 2 pounds. The barrel does sport 3-land, 3-groove left-hand twist. The magazine holds 8 rounds. There are options to get 10-round magazines, of course, with one in the chamber. The magazines are pressed sheet metal with the rib that is keyed in 2 places, a lot like H and K magazines. And then you can see there's a little, looks to be like a little impression or spot weld, a disruption of metal there to keep those areas from staying intact. You can see how they're dovetailed, if I can get this to focus. So kind of interesting, quick, dirty machining, manufacturing work that works out really well, actually. Normal coil, wide or long coil spring, and just sheet metal follower, polymer base plate. So these Hi-Points, you know, I get most people say they're ugly, they're junk, they're this, they're that, but I mean, how do you argue with a company where they say they feel that everyone, no matter what they make, should be able to afford a firearm? That I can agree with. Having said that, there are a few things that the company has done and said over the years that I don't necessarily agree with, but that'll be what it is. I will let you guys make your own decisions about that stuff with this particular company. These do offer and have a lifetime warranty. There are a few exceptions with this warranty, like all other things. If the instructions are not followed, if you have altered the parts, the internal parts to this pistol, if you misuse, abuse, or do not maintain this pistol, if you damage it with reloaded ammunition that has not been certified, or if you disassemble this pistol past its recommended disassembly procedure. And for the people who want to know, put the slide back, slide release on, and you'll see this little roll pin right here. Let's get this in focus for you. And that little roll pin must be drifted out of this high-impact polymer frame, and then you can get the slide off and do any kind of maintenance that you need to do to the firearm then. So, like I said, high-impact polymer. It does not appear to have any glass fiber reinforcement. Let's get this in focus. Please focus. There we go. And you can see where they forced it into the mold. Let's see a few lines. And then the grips are slightly textured and, as far as I know, made out of the exact same material as the rest of this frame is. Interesting part about this frame, there actually is metal inserts that run inside of the frame, and I'm sure more than just the front area, but so anyhow. These pistols are 100% American made, and as you heard, there's more than one company just putting people to work for producing these, so that's nice that it's 100% American made as well. The finish is a black powder coat finish, and the YEET Cannon roll mark, quote unquote, is just laser engraved on the slide. 3-dot sights, red in the back, yellow in the front, and like I previously said, the rear sights are adjustable for elevation and windage. It does come with a tool, so that is nice. Yeah, coming out of Mansfield, Ohio. These are plus P rated. How can you go wrong? And they come with they come with a rear peep sight, the ghost ring sight, and I'm sure if you guys put your minds to it, being that this is a $170 pistol, I know it varies a little bit from where you get them, but you can put a whole lot of different sight options for this pistol. The slide, part of the weight, is made out of Zamac 3, which I believe is used in, oh God, what was it? I think tool and die makers do a lot of that stuff. I know it's used a lot in the non-ferrous industry, so like blenders, all sorts of different stuff that has casings like this. They're going to be using this Zamac. It's huge in the die-cast industry because it is relatively cheap to use. It is easier on the dies, and it's, you know, you inject it into the mold. Obviously, you can see right here, once they have their cast, then they just run the end mill and cut away what they need to, and then they're ready to go. So, anyways, people were concerned that these things would get past metal detectors because of that little interesting fact. No, not even close. In fact, if we open this up, you can see that the barrel is made 100% of a ferrous steel. Here's a magnet, and you can see the magnet is stuck to it. Also, like I said before, with these little metal rails inside that run along inside the polymer grip. When they rifle their barrels, they push the rifling button through, and then they don't recrown the barrel. I mean, we are talking $170 here, so you can see, let's see if I can get this in any better focus with this. You can see that they don't really even recrown the barrel. But anyhow, and I believe the barrel is pinned to this grip. So that's pretty much the long and short of the YEET Cannon. They do have a magazine safety, so if the magazine isn't in it, doesn't go off, obviously, magazine in it, and you can pull the trigger. You can see it's only one strike, that's it, so it's kind of like a single action. Yeah, you got the grip mounted safety, pretty smooth. Trigger, oh yeah, long, creepy, heavy, you know, everything you'd really expect from a cheaper pistol. So anyhow, you gotta have fun with this kind of stuff, guys. If you're if you're serious all the time, then it just becomes no fun. And that's the YEET Cannon G1. Just funny, if anything else, interesting in its own way. Remember, get the youth out there shooting. Have fun with them. Make it fun. Get them out there. Instill good range rules with each and every one of them, and good firearms handling. And remember to call, write, and everything with your representatives so we can get some of these gun control things that Congress is trying to get passed shot down, because any gun control in any way, shape, or form is an infringement on all of our rights, whether you decide to use your rights or not. Anyhow, thank you guys, and always remember that loose is fast, brakes only slow you down, and shotguns have a wider spread. Be safe and have fun on the range. We'll see you later.